echoing around the stadium. How hard-earned was that?
Yeah, today it was not an easy game against a top team. Like we shouldn't not concede the goal before the half line, but we did well the second half to score in set pieces with a beautiful goal of JT. And now we have to keep going, and we are so happy to win today in front of our fans.
I've not heard this song for a little while. It's a catchy one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good, especially after a good win like this, so yeah.
Jurrien, it's the important thing. You get over the line in games like that, however you do it.
I think that's the most important thing, but at the same time, I think we deserve to win this game. First off, we don't give much away, and we go to the dressing room with 1-1, which is a bit of a shame, but I think we finish it off second half, which is top.
What is a game like that like when set pieces become so central to it? I know they're always important, but today, every corner you had, and to be honest, every corner they had looked such a threat.
Yeah, it's both sides. It's just, it became an important part of the game. I think it's always been, but now teams are focusing on it more, which is interesting, but I think it's in our advantage. Today we came out well, and I think overall we played a good game, and we can be proud of ourselves. We take 3 points, and then important game on Wednesday again.
William, back in the goals. I was very impressed that someone hasn't scored for a little while. He had a very slick celebration ready.
Yeah, it's been a while that I haven't scored, so yeah, today it was a bit strange that I scored because since 1 year I didn't score. So yeah, I'm so happy, and yeah, I hope I will keep going like this.
Jurrien, just tell us lastly, how are you enjoying the battle? Just 9 to go now. I think 5 left here at home, or is there too much on it to enjoy it?
We have to enjoy it, you know. It's a privilege to be standing here with my teammates, with Arsenal, fighting for these titles. I think you have to enjoy it. It's a beautiful place, and until now we've been doing it. And where you said 9 games to go, game by game, a lot of games to play, but we're enjoying it, and hopefully at the end something beautiful.
Well done, guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, they got the job done, as they both said there. It doesn't matter how. And the title race, that's another psychological step in the right direction for Arsenal today, Glenn.
Oh, very much so. I mean, as I said earlier, as we just went off for the advert, City go and do what they did yesterday against Leeds, so the pressure's on them. And in the end, they weren't at their very best, Arsenal, by any means, but they've got a very stiff opponent, and they've overcome them. And I said by hook or by crook, and it's taken 2 set plays, and we know they're excellent at set plays. It's part of the game. And they can lean on that at times, and they've proved that today. So psychologically, that is a massive boost for them. It really is going into the next game, because it's coming quick and fast for Arsenal. They've got game after game, and they've got the squad to deal with it. But psychologically for the league, that is right. Okay, City, we've now put that gap against you again. Can you respond next week? And that's what it's going to be like till the end of the season, you feel.
You know what would have been interesting if the interviewer there just asked them anything about how they're feeling coming into it. You know, especially after coming off of Tottenham last week, how they felt, you know, being 1-0 up and scoring so close to half-time. What was it like in the dressing room? And when what did the manager say? And then once you've done it in the end, how are you feeling? Because at the moment, like I mentioned before, Arsenal, you know, we're seeing in the second half again, they are get-atable. You can get at them, and Chelsea had 10 men there. You know, so it would be nice to find out what's happening to Arsenal in the second half. You know, from 2 players who do so well for Arsenal. But again, you know, it comes down like the gaffer said there. You know, you get the job done, but like I'm happy that the job's done. But I'm still like, I'm going to be nervous for the next game because I'm seeing that again in the second half.
I think earlier in the season there was games like that where they were difficult to get through, Arsenal. You couldn't create much against. There was morsels. If you're going to get half a chance, you got half a chance. You had to take it. It's not like that at the moment, you know, from Brentford to Wolves and whatever. And today, certainly as well, Chelsea did enough to have, I think, they went toe-to-toe at times and created...
They had more opportunities in the second.
Well, look at the goalkeeper. Look how the goalkeeper played. Yeah. Right, Raya for Arsenal was excellent, and he had to make some wonderful saves. And there was good opportunities as well. If they used the ball better, Chelsea, they might have been in. So that was, earlier in the season, it was, wow, this is a brick wall. Not only are they good going forward, they're scoring goals from set plays, but my word, defensively, they've got the balance right. And it wasn't like that, and it hasn't been like that. And I think Ian's right. It's a bit nerve-wracking for you, mate. Isn't it?
It very much is.
But it was the tale of the corners, ultimately.
Yeah.
Let's go through them, because Saliba was talking about his day. He hadn't scored for 16 months, but he reacted quickly after, again, we keep talking about delivery, but it is all about the
great.
delivery.
And yeah, but there's so much great to do with this. Like, obviously, the delivery, but look at Gabriel. His determination and drive, you know what I mean, to get to that ball, which is put perfectly for him right at the back post. They've obviously practiced that. You know, Saliba's just got to react there, but the ball's magnificent. The determination and the drive to get there is unbelievable, and he can't be stopped.
No, for me as well. There's a point here I want to make. Arsenal score these from these corners. Now, very rarely do you see somebody get up like Gabriel, and it's the first contact and it hits the back of the net. It's keeping it in play.
Yes.
The amount of bodies they put in the box.
Yeah.
Now, when Chelsea played them last, was it in the League Cup or it might have been the league game, they left 3 up.
Yeah.
They didn't do it today.
No.
They didn't do it today. So you take 3 up, you leave, they have to take 4. So suddenly you're dictating a little bit to Arsenal.
Yeah.
There's more space in there for them, but it's also more space for the referee to see fouls, and then less bodies for that second ball.
Yeah.
When you make that first contact and knock it back or the flick on, you're in trouble. And that's how they get their goals from the set plays, from the corners. So it was really surprising. I was waiting and looking to see Chelsea. Are you going to leave the 3 up again, or even 2 up? They didn't do it. And maybe looking back, teams, if you're playing against Arsenal, you've got to take that little bit of risk. And if you do actually get possession, you can then hit them on the counter.
Yeah.
So you've got to come up, and anything in football is like that. Is somebody's making an advantage of something, you've then got to find out an Achilles heel to counteract that.
Yeah.
And that's what management and football's about, as players and everything. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
So Chelsea were able to have their own quality delivery again. Reece James, just as he did in the game earlier in the season. Prior to that, they'd had one which we thought might have been a penalty that Raya saved, but this forced the own goal, Glenn.
Yeah, it's all about the quality as well. The quality of the ball. You know, we talked about Rice facing the wrong way, having a wrestle at the front. If he turns around, he could probably head it away. But Nkapia gets there, he's spare, he's not picking anyone up, and his job is to go and attack it. He knows he can head it, but he can't get it away. He's going to have to flick it and hope that it goes out the back. It's such a good ball in, and they look threatening. This wasn't just by chance. They'd had 4 or 5 of these corners, and every single corner there was a danger, wasn't there, Ian?
You just felt it. You just felt, because again, when you've got somebody who can put the ball in that precisely, Steve, it's frightening. So anytime Chelsea were getting a corner, you know what I mean, you're nervous, you're worried for Arsenal. And again, it doesn't mean it has to be your player that scores it, like we saw with us there. Nkapia scored for him. So yeah, it's all about the delivery. It really, really is.
And you've only conceded 4 from corners all season, as we mentioned. 2 of them have come against Chelsea, because we saw what happened at Stamford Bridge in the early game and how similar it was.
Yeah, but again, Steve, it comes down to, and it seems like I'm repeating myself a bit, but if you get that first ball right, which everyone says miss that first man, maybe if Declan was turned round, he might have been able to have a better attempt at clearing it. But if you can avoid that first man, it can go in off of anyone, because the ball's so good, and the trajectory that was coming in, even if it misses Nkapia, it's on its way into the goal. So someone's going to have to touch it or save it. But again, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
It's a set play from a corner, okay? And when you have a set play in and around the D, what happens? You put a wall up to try and put the player off. Even if it's Arsenal or Chelsea against, or anyone against Arsenal, you've seen it happen. You go and put somebody 10 yards away out there, jumping up and down, trying to put off Rice or James. Their quality. Oh, hang on, they've got a free space there. They can do anything they want.
Yeah.
Put somebody in there jumping up and down, putting them up. It's a mental thing. Just try and put them, anything that's going to put them out of sync to get that delivery spot on.
So they have to think about how the delivery then.
Exactly, they're thinking, hang on,
that's
this
where
is
the
a bit
pressure comes
different.
from.
Yeah. And maybe you've left 3 up as well. Well, you're asking questions there. They might still go and score, but at least you're trying something to... Because at the moment, it's now gone to how many goals they've scored now?
15.
17, isn't it?
17.
17, sorry.
From corners, yeah.
They've now...
16.
16, it's 16.
So people are they're scoring off it anyway. Try something different. And from Arsenal's point of view, they sort of had they've got a feeling of what the opponents feel.
Let's have a look at the 16th goal they've scored from a corner this season, because it was the winning goal. Timber this time, ironically, all the defenders in on the act today.
Well, yeah, it was, again, you know, he kind of just drifts in. And it comes into an area where you do feel that Chelsea should be doing more to clear it, because by the time he heads it, he's right in the box. Look, you're feeling like, again, you've got a Chelsea defender who's not looked at the ball once. Gaffer,
Sarr, isn't it?
Sarr, look at him. Look, Sarr, he's just turned round. He's looking. His man's heading the ball. You
don't think he's even seen the ball the whole time, do you?
He's never saw it.
Literally just at the right of the depth, just as Timber's going to head it, that's when he's having a look.
That's the only time, and it actually comes off his back.
Yeah.
It slides off his back and goes in the net. But I said at half-time, didn't I, that, you know, you're going to get a penalty away or turn round and head it. You know, we said Rice should have done that, actually, for Chelsea's goal. And then it comes up there and Sarr's, like, wrestling with him. He's not even looking at the ball.
I can't understand it.
I just, look, that's the last minute. The ball's arriving and he's just about... What a position defensively that is. That's such a poor position.
He actually can't do it. He's looking at the ball coming in and can't do anything because he's not faced. Yeah. How can that be when you're in training, a situation where the manager will say, I want you to face the player, not see where the ball's coming in, so, and defend him? How can you do that when you can't see the ball? It doesn't make sense. It's the most ridiculous bit of defending you see in football these days.
If you take that to an extreme and you've got a wide free kick and they're all lined up on the 18-yard box, where are they facing? Defenders. So your manager asks you to turn your back, turn your back and face the fellow that's
facing your goal, It's
not going to happen, is it?
Yeah.
But that's what they're doing from corners. It's just the ball is at a different angle coming into the penalty area.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense to me.
And what was a big part, and would you believe now, 138 corner goals in the Premier League this season. That's already 3 more than all of last season. So that just indicates the emphasis from all the clubs now on these corner kicks.
And how important it is to have somebody who can put it in exactly where you need it.
Is there a concern with Chelsea now? 9 red cards this season, more than any other team. 2 yellows in 3.5 minutes for Pedro Neto today.
Yeah, he was claiming here that he hadn't been booked. He didn't know he had been booked. And eventually makes the tackle, and it is a foul, it is a booking, and he mistimes it. Martinelli just pops it past him and he brings him down. And then I think he's trying to claim that I've only had 1 booking. Look. And we've
look.
Yeah, 1. He's saying 1. And I don't know, because we actually had a look at that. And on the halfway, it was after the goal.
3.5 minutes earlier, after the goal.
After the goal, this happens, look. And he's not booked there.
No.
But he then he picks the ball up and he goes back over.
And then he's booked him.
Look. No. He must have known.
Of course he knows.
He must have known,
I think that's indiscipline. Yeah. And it's probably something that Liam's going to have to look at, simply because it's costing them. And, you know, they went down to 10 men. It'd be interesting to see Chelsea if they played with that kind of intensity with 11 men. That's what they should be concentrating on, because they went down to 10 men. It's almost like they went, we'll just go for it now.
Yeah.
You know, but for them to have that many sending offs says there's a discipline problem in there.
There is a discipline problem, but it also sometimes when you go down to 10 men, it doesn't make it easier for you. I don't mean that, but the chains come off. You've got your excuse. You've got your excuse already. Yeah. If you lose, well, we went down to 10 men. So everyone relaxes and says, let's go and play. We've got nothing to lose now. And I think they've reacted like that at the Bridge, and they did get a good result. Today, as Ian says, their reaction was probably too late.
OK, we must interrupt you. One of Arsenal's heroes, David Raya, is waiting to talk to us live at the Emirates. David, well played. We'll come to your magnificent role in a moment, but from the team's point of view, how significant a win does that feel?
No, it's a massive win. Every win in this league is massive, so credit to the boys, the way we played. It's just incredible, because we know how tough Chelsea are, so very, very happy with the 3 points.
And you must be delighted with your performance, because you made some critical saves there today at some very important moments, David.
Yeah, personally I feel really, really good, especially coming off after the Wolves game, and it's just trying to bounce back to my normal self, so keep doing the same thing. So yeah, really, really happy.
And we're just seeing a couple of them at the moment. That one from Garnacho in the 92nd minute.
Yeah, that was very, very tough, especially two players going through the ball. So it was hard to see, but I managed to claw it away.
David, Ian Wright here. Congratulations, David. By any means necessary, I've been saying, but I've got to say, is there a worry in the second half of games that we seem to be, teams seem to be able to get at us too readily? For you to be making that many saves at that stage of the game when they're 10 men, is there a worry? Is there a worry? Is everybody worried there?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Going down to 10 men for them, it doesn't mean it's going to be easier for us, because they're a really, really good team and they know what they're doing. We just need to be a little bit more composed with the ball and make a few more passes, not trying to score in every single attack, just make some passes, make them chase the ball. But after that, it's just the way we manage the game. So if they create the chances, I'm just trying to help as much as possible. And the defence were incredible today as well.
They were incredible at the other end as well, because what I mentioned for everyone, 16 goals from corners now this season as well. That's equal the Premier League record already.
Yeah, it's just something that on a game like this, which is very, very, very tight, you can open up, and they score from a set piece too. So set pieces nowadays, they're really, really important, attacking and defensive. So we try to get ahead of it a little bit, but that doesn't mean we just play for them. We just have to finish our chances, because especially first half we played really, really, really well, but the squad didn't show up like that.
Well, very well done today. That's a big win. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much.
Well done, David.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What a performance he had there today. And next, Righty, they play together on Wednesday, City and Arsenal, kicking off at the same time, which is going to be interesting.
But again, like Arsenal know exactly what they got to do, and City know what they've got to do. It's a title race. It's on. You know, obviously, Arsenal would have liked it to have been a little bit more gaps in between with the points, but like it's on, and Arsenal know what they've got to do. City know what they've got to do, and it's exciting. Both ends of the table, if I'm totally honest.
Mikel, a bit of a nervy finale, but a big win. How did you do it?
A big win. I'm very happy. For big periods, I think the team performed in an excellent way. I think the margin should have been bigger at halftime. The way we conceded the goal, and the moment, especially that we conceded, it was painful. But as well as the quality of Chelsea, the players, and what they can deliver. So after scoring the 2-1, we had another big chance with Epps. And then the red card, and after that, we should have managed that situation better. We can talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, just from your grin, actually, at the start of the interview, did you find that last, 5, 6, maybe even longer minutes uncomfortable on the touchline?
They are uncomfortable because they have so much quality, and even when they use the keeper, they can get out of this situation with 10 men. We didn't adjust things well, and sometimes that happens. You take things for granted. We didn't play like we played the other action, especially when we had the opportunity to do so. So something to improve there.
Yeah, I mean, he's talking about managing the situation better against 10 men. Should it have been that nervy?
I don't think it should have, but I think when you look at Arsenal, the last few games, 4 or 5 games, it feels like that in every game, even though they've not gone down to 10 men in some of those. But you look at Chelsea going down to 10 men, and they seem to, obviously, they played with a little bit more freedom, but at the same time, you'd have thought that Arsenal would have been more organised to try and get amongst them, drop off them, get the ball, and then break into the areas where they can. But it just seems very, very fragile. I felt it. I mean, in the studio, I felt it. But like, in the end, they got over the line. But it's something that they've got to be worried about, because we're not finishing off games. We're not finishing off chances in the first half. I thought there were opportunities for people to take first-time shots or take the shots quicker. They didn't take them. And that's what can happen in the game. If the game goes like that, whether you go to 10 men or not, Gaffer, if you don't take the chances, and it's one, the other team will get back in it, 10 men or 11 men.
Yeah, Mikel was saying about we've got to learn. But they went down to 10, they went against 10 men at the bridge. Yeah. So they haven't learned how to, and they got a point there. And Chelsea actually should have won that game. Again, they created quite a bit with 10 men. So they hadn't learned. They had a chance to learn. What would we do if it happens again? And they showed there that they were very nervous again. And it was one that they, as we said before, they got over the line. And you've got to do that. If you're going to win the league, if they're going to win the league over 38 games, you can't play pure every single game. But when your opponents, go down to 10 men and you're leading the game
At home,
that's a different scenario.
Is that not understandable, given the fact that they're there to be shot at? They haven't got over the line yet in previous seasons.
Steve, it's understandable, of course, because they've not got over the line, and this is the 4th time they're trying. So what's happening is that maybe they're having the ghost of Christmas past. I don't know what's going on in respects of not being able to get over the line more comfortably than they have done in the last few years, and they've got a better squad. It's something that they've experienced it. They know what's going to happen at this stage of the season, and I think they should be prepared better for it mentally, because what you're seeing in every game, whether it's against Wolves or Manchester City, there's a period in the second half that everything seems to go out the window, and our goalkeeper ends up saving everything for us. And I don't think it should be like that with the amount of experience we've got in the last 4 seasons.
Yeah, well, they've been in this situation before and they've blown it in a way. So they haven't really yet gone through that experience yet. If they win it this year and the same thing happens next year, they'll deal with it much easier. It's always. So
how mentally do they deal with it in these last 9 games?
Well, they've got to learn. They can't put their foot off the gas against Wolves. They're 2-0 up, 2-0 up in the second half, and suddenly their performance went completely downhill. Whether they thought they had won the game and we wrapped it up, it's only Wolves, but they're not playing Wolves. They're actually playing against Man City. 3/4 of the games, because they've got to keep putting them under pressure, and they've got to take the title away from Liverpool and Man City, if you like. They've won it so many times. That's what we're aiming for. It's not about Wolves. And suddenly, bang, 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 it's 2-2. And their performance went downhill. Now, they've been tested and they've come back again. They've beaten Tottenham and they've beaten Chelsea today. 2 great responses. Now, if they hit a wobble again with a result, which they probably will, between now and the end of the season, with the cup games they've got in front of them as well, they've now got to they learn from experience. If you do learn, how did we react? We didn't panic. We did this. I don't like the word. They keep coming up with enjoy. We've got to enjoy this. I'm not so sure you can enjoy it. Yeah. I think you can embrace it. You embrace it. It's a bit different than saying you enjoy that pressure or we enjoy losing.
You can only enjoy that pressure once it's done. You can look back and say, OK, we got through it, but you can enjoy it then. You can't enjoy this.
No.
There's no way that as we speak, that Arsenal team are comfortable, whoever they're playing, at the second half of games at the moment. Not the way they're playing at the minute.
You can embrace it in the sense that you take it on. You endure it. You go through it. I'm going to enjoy doing that, but you don't enjoy the actual what they're actually going through when we're dropping points and things. They're trying to approach it in a way, let's enjoy the battle of even dropping points. Yeah. No, you embrace it, get through it and play and go again and learn from the experience.
Let's speak to a man you know well, our good friend who certainly enjoyed winning Premier League titles with Arsenal at the Emirates. He's always smiling, isn't he? Manu Petit is with... yes, that's you, Manu. Yes, thank you very much. What did you think of that today?
Hard win. I think Arsenal won ugly, but it's 3 points, 3 very important points. I think last week and today there was 2 big derbies, and they had to respond on critics, how they failed, mentally, and they did it. They got 6 points. I remember back in days when we were winning titles, how many times we won ugly as well. So. For me, the most important thing is to get the 3 points today.
Yeah, you've pointed to those before. When you've come off the pitch knowing that perhaps you haven't been in sparkling form, but you've won, sometimes you got more satisfaction from that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think if you ask to set this question to the Arsenal players, I think they will tell you that they would love to play differently and to get the 3 points. But I'm sure that Glenn and Ian will agree with me by saying that. The most difficult trophy in your career is the first one. So as soon as you win something, all of a sudden the experience and the confidence change like this, You press the button and all of a sudden that kind of moments you have on the pitch, you manage it differently.
Yes. So having been through it then, what I've just asked the guys here, for the next 9 games, how do they cope mentally better with this pressure?
Listen, I can't disagree with everything I've heard, so far for weeks now. I think Arsenal, are still first on the table. They have 5 points gap now. The big games coming, at the Etihad soon. They're still qualified on the four competitions. So far so good. I think if you tell me that it's worrying to watch Arsenal, sometimes they are sending worrying messages on the pitch. I just want to tell those people that Arsenal are first on the table. They've been leading the Premier League for months now. So if they can win like this at the end of the season, that's fair for me. Yes. Fair enough. People can try to find arguments, to make Arsenal weak sometimes, but I think they still win the games, important games, and they are first on the table. This is, for me, this is as simple as that, Actually, they're leading the Premier League.
And have been, Manu, since the beginning of October. They've coped with it. So with 9 to play and City have 10,
yep.
How do you see it now? Do you see it going right to the wire?
I think, as I said before this game, I think quite the same that what we've done in 1998. I don't know if you remember, but we played the Premier League final away at Old Trafford.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure that Arsenal, we have to do that as well at the Etihad. I'm not sure that Arsenal will win every single game until the end. I'm not sure that City will do that as well. They have so many games to play. I think they will drop points, on the way. But I'm pretty sure this game will be probably the most important one.
Well, of course, Liam, in the end, it all comes down to the result. But if you look at the performance, was there a lot to like from Chelsea today?
It's been the same story for the last 3 games. Performance. You have performances to get results, and it's the same story. It's the same story. In the ascendancy in all 3 games. And we just, honestly, we're together, because what I never do, if we win or lose a game, is start pointing the finger at players, but it is clear what we need to improve. It's not our football, it's not our attacking play. Our goalkeeper makes some incredible saves today. We need to make sure we are ruthless in both boxes, and to concede 2 goals from corners and to get another red card, that has been the story of our season, and it's been the story of the last few games.
Well, he's not holding back there in his assessment, Glenn.
I think he's very honest. I think that's an honest assessment. He's not digging out people, but he's saying as a collective they've got to put it right, and they're not far from putting it right. He's lost since he's taken over 3 times to Arsenal. Ironically,
they're his only defeats.
Yeah, they're the only defeats he's got, and there's a lot of good things. I think what sometimes you can beat yourself up too much. Arsenal are top of the league. Yep. They've gone into their house and they've performed really well. I thought over 90 minutes they did okay, more than okay at times. Down to 10 men, and if they went down to 10 men and it was like total Arsenal just controlled the game, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. Raya made some unbelievable saves, and they got themselves in fantastic positions, Chelsea as well, with 10 men. And I think that's where I think Arsenal, the first 20 games of the season were solid. Yeah. You couldn't get through them. As well as they were playing going forward, scoring goals, set plays, you couldn't create anything. You couldn't create much against them. My word, that's not the Arsenal at the moment. At Wolves, at Brentford, today, that you can get at them. That's why there's a bit of nerves hanging around in that stadium at the moment. And Ian's saying what he's saying, and so there is although they're top of the league, there's a story behind the story. Mm-hmm. Do you see what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're opening.
Is that forward or just at the end of the book?
Well, that's a good point. I think we're just about going into the back 9, as I said before. 9 games to go. Let's say we're going into the back 9 in a major on a Sunday.
Yes. What do you think about Chelsea since Liam Rosenior came in?
I think they obviously look like they're doing a lot of work on the training ground in respect to what they're doing. They look very sharp. I think that there's still a team that's very much, especially coming away to someone like Arsenal, that will play on the counter-attack. Even though they have got players who can, for me, like we saw when they went down to 10 men, they can easily play through a team. I don't know how they're going to do that with that goalkeeper, if I'm totally honest, because I think that there's so many opportunities where he probably will cost them, and he could have cost them today, but I'm looking at a Chelsea side that only need maybe a couple of experienced players, especially at the defence. I think they definitely need a goalkeeper. I think the midfield's fine. Up front, maybe another top striker if they can get that. But I think 3 additions to that team, and I think they're starting to challenge. No trouble, no problems at all.
Yeah, it's the goalkeeper. I would disagree a little bit over the season. He's impressed me during the start of the season. He's saving. He's done some good things with his feet. I'm looking from last season. I'm thinking, wow, he's improved. He's got better. He looks more assured. He's simplifying.
You're not going to ask you though, don't you?
No, but today, from the first...
Can you win a league title with Robert
that
Sanchez?
Well, possibly not. And they're not ready to win the league title at the moment, at this moment in time, outfield and goalkeeper.
But going to where they want to be...
Well, if he kept improving, yeah. But today, from the first minute when he gave the ball away on the edge of the box, he got away with it, didn't he? Do you remember? First minute.
Yeah.
He went back to how he played last year, instantly. So that consistency, if he thinks he's cracking it, no, he's got to go back to basics again, because he has improved. Whether you can win a league with him is another issue. I understand what you're saying, Ian, completely. But I think you've got to give credit where it's due. If you analyse his games this season, he's made some unbelievable saves and saved points. Rather than giving points away, which he was doing last year, he's actually saved them points. That's when you've got a good goalkeeper. Yeah. When they're saving you points rather than giving points away. Look at Man United, the goalkeepers they've gone through recently that were giving points away. And now they've got a steady goalkeeper. They've got a basis to go on. So, yeah, I mean, that team isn't anywhere near ready to go and try and win the league, but it's a very good side that, I agree with Ian, needs experienced player. You know, the Brazilian Silva, if he was there at 35, that's what they need. Someone then at that, to just, the youngsters, just put them around the camp. Don't panic. We can do this. We can do that. And then you learn from what those type of players, experienced players.